Hey Narwhals, I'm your host Luke Narwhal, and today we'll be reading What Finally Made You Decide to Lose Weight? Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more weight loss stories. When I was 16, my doctor told me I was too fat. He didn't sugarcoat it at all. He straight up told me I was borderline obese and hurting myself every day I didn't lose weight. All he had to say was that one word, obese. I didn't want that, so I quit drinking soda that day and starting my journey to lose weight. It took me 5 years, but I lost over 80 pounds. I realized I was 29 and over 400 pounds. I couldn't fit in booths at restaurants, small cars, and was losing mobility. Happy ending though. 2 years later, I'm a much healthier and happier 250 pounds. Went from a size 54 pants to a 38. 31 years old and still want kids. My wife and I want to have quality lives and still have time to be active for each other and future children. It started with doing yoga to alleviate a broken tailbone and has snowballed into a plant-based diet, strength training, lots of cardio, more intense yoga, and a better mix. There was no breaking point. I've been fat my entire life and decided a long time ago that I wanted to lose weight. I just could never motivate myself to actually do it. There was no definitive start time, I just started to eat in moderation. I wanted to exercise too, but I was too embarrassed to do it in front of anybody, so I just took the stairs in my apartment up and down about half an hour a day, and then went for a run at night for a half hour as well. I used to be 240 pounds, and now I'm down to 170. It's one of the best decisions I've decided to make. I have a love-hate relationship with my body. Every once in a while, I'll step on the scale and notice that I'm 200 and some change. Whenever I hit that magic number, I'm all of a sudden on the weight loss journey again. I haven't hit below 170 as an adult, but this time I'm pretty sure I can do it. The problem is I never want to just lose weight. I want to be strong and lose weight too, and these goals can get in each other's way sometimes, and I get really discouraged and give up. And then I get back up to 200 and start the cycle over again. When I was in college and yet another girl gave me the good friend speech and how I'd make a girl happy one day to marry when she's ready to settle down. But this one went a step further and straight up said I'd make an acceptable backup. It was that exact moment I realized I was just unattractive, and that's why they loved having me around as a friend and expected me to do crap for them but would never consider being in a relationship with me. I'm about 80 pounds down from then, competing in martial arts and not just in good shape, I'm almost at legitimate athlete level. The immature, petty part of me took great satisfaction in rebuffing advances from some of those girls later on. My mom was losing weight faster than I was and started wearing my old clothes. I maxed out at exactly 300 pounds, but since I'm a little tall and my weight was distributed in an okayish way, I didn't look 300 pounds, but it took too much effort to do basically anything. My mom and I have always been obese and get on a diet or workout kick nearly twice a year, New Year's and after summer. So when we started a diet August 2016, I expected to stick to it for a 2 weeks approach. Imagine my surprise when 2 months later I'm sitting on the couch eating Cheetos and my parents are on their way to a date night with my mom wearing one of my old dresses. Long story short, mom is down about 40 pounds and I'm down around 50 pounds now. It's pretty competitive and is also really helpful to have support. Also, thank God for keto. I was at a barbecue at a good friend's house and he had a few beers and he turned and said to me, "Damn Spider Press, you're getting fat, man." I took it a little too hard to heart and lost a lot of weight a little too quickly and had to battle potential ED, but I'm much thinner and way happier. Be careful, kids. Don't overdo it and be patient. If you stick to your healthy plan, you'll make progress. Don't get discouraged when the number stops changing for a bit. That's what got me. I posted this in another thread. Me and a bunch of friends went out and got hammered one night. My brother was among these people. I got really drunk and fell down. They were trying to get me back up and were all laughing. While trying to get me back up, my brother said, "Trim the fat." I only knew this because of the video they were taking, lol. I remember watching the video the next day and being really hurt. I used it to fuel my life change, dropped 85 pounds the next year. Now I weigh less than he does and I'm significantly healthier. I used to use #TrimTheFat on my Facebook posts. This probably isn't the inspirational story anyone is expecting. One day in summer school, my sophomore to junior transition year, I decided, gee, I'm a bit fat. I weighed myself on the scale and was a solid 230 pounds, with a height of 5'10" at the time. Not obese, but definitely fat. I didn't think I was fat, but then I saw that, looked in the mirror, and thought, gee, I look fat. So then I decided to lose some weight over that summer. I think I lost around 30 pounds in 3 months, which could be considered dangerous, but I was seriously working it at summer school, had gym, and was dieting like crazy. Not exactly dieting, but just eating less. I got to 200 by the start of the school year, down to 190 by October, and back to 210 at December. Long story. And now, around 2 years later, I'm at a stable 170 pounds with a height of exactly 6 feet. Not exactly the slimmest, but I've always had quite a large build with what some people have called a quarterback build, which I don't see, but whatever. I feel better. I'm still trying to lose some weight with the goal of ultimately 150 sometime this year. That would be my dream. So my advice is just do it. I didn't have some inspirational event or life-changing story. I literally just decided one day, gee, I'm fat, I should lose some, and I did it starting the next day. When I went on a 2012 Outward Bound corporate away weekend and couldn't physically keep up with people just 4 years younger than me, I was just shy of 25 at the time and others were 21 to 22 or so. I was truly ashamed and was adamant I would never be in that position again. A two-parter. 1. XGF was cheating on me a lot, no longer loved me. It was partly because I gained weight. 2. Online dating was hard. I couldn't get a date to save my life. Since losing weight, I've made more friends, increased confidence, and I see an improvement in the quality of women I go on dates with. I never really cared much and ignored people telling me to lose weight. I was once even sent to some kind of place for a month to lose weight. It didn't work. Eventually, I was on a class excursion to Vienna. There was this girl in our class that I found terribly hot. I looked at myself in the mirror and said, dude, if you want a girl like her, you need to not be a fat bum. It was some intuitive thing, I don't know, it just hit me in that moment. When I came back, I just knew what I had to do. I didn't even have to read dieting tips or any crap like that. I just started eating very little and rather healthy. I was so determined that even my mother couldn't derail me with giving me sweet stuff or anything. I would flat out refuse it. It was not a protest, but a calm determination. I never slipped, not a single time. After 6 months or so, I had dropped from 130 to 90 kilograms, just like that, and I was enjoying the process. The hunger didn't feel bad anymore, it felt motivating. Well, eventually school was over and I slowed down. I slowly came down to about 80 kilograms and stayed there for a few years, fluctuating between 75 and 85 most of the time. Was it really about having mecs? I don't know. Did it get me mecs? No. But maybe it was this completely believable lie that my brain invented. If you lose weight, you will get her. I was aware that this was probably not true, but my brain had decided to go with this lie to motivate itself to lose weight, so that's what it was. And throughout the main phase of 6 months, I did not once have a single moment of doubt. I was in a flow. I knew I was doing the right thing, and not the right thing in terms of adults say that's what you have to do to be healthy or whatever, but right in terms of this is exactly what I want for myself on a very deep level. Weirdly and disappointingly enough, I was never able to reproduce this effect in any situation whatsoever. If I knew the secret behind it, I'd probably be a millionaire. And that brings us to the featured narwhals of the day from our subreddit. Our subreddit is a place to share pictures, ask questions, and get support on your weight loss journey. To join, just open the description below and click the top link. Click Use App, install the Reddit app, create an account, and then click Join once you're at our subreddit. We'd love to have you join us on the subreddit. Once again, the link is below. Our first feature narwhal of the day is Simple Revelation, and they say, a different type of face gain, though I did lose 25 pounds during the process. Totally Not M says, been properly looking after my body for about a month and a half, and I'm so close to the 10 kg mark, still about 20 kg to go for my first goal, but it feels good to see progress. And lastly, Elin Matilda says, minus 15 kg, 33 pounds. I'm 5'9", 175 centimeters since January 14th, 2020. I ended some very destructive habits, hoping to stick to my new lifestyle for good. Thanks for sharing featured narwhals. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more weight loss stories that help you stay on track. Thanks for watching narwhals, and I'll see you in the next one.